Welcome back to the 100 spin test. In today's episode, number 62U, we continue our dive into the murky waters of roulette strategies, where promises of guaranteed wins often sink faster than a boulder at the end of one of Fred Flintstone's shifts at the quarry. Ever wondered if these so-called foolproof strategies can withstand the chaos of real-world distractions and cognitive biases? Well, you're in the right place. Let's see what happens. Today's test is from the late September 3, 2024 YouTube video by the roulette master called Best Roulette System to Make Money Fast. I did 2 tests over 2 days. Today's test is for the American wheel and yesterday's for the European version. For this test, there are 15 winning numbers out of a possible 38, so there is a 39.5% likelihood of winning on each spin. The presence of the zeros allows the casino to mooch 5.3% of each bet in aggregate. To simplify things for analysis and scaling, I've kept the unit size at 1 simoleon. Place 5 units each on the 1 to 5, 2 to 6, 4 to 8, 5 to 9, 13 to 17, 14 to 18, 16 to 20, 17 to 21, 28 to 32, 29 to 33, 31 to 35, and 32 to 36 corners and 1 unit each on 5, 17, and 32. Success or failure is in large part determined on how frequently the 3 jackpot numbers hit. You will win 153 units if the ball lands on 5, 17, or 32, and you will win 27 if it lands on 2, 4, 6, 8, 14, 16, 18, 20, 29, 31, 33, or 35. You will lose 18 if you hit 1, 3, 7, 9, 13, 15, 19, 21, 28, 30, 34, or 36 and you get a 63-unit boot to the head for a 0, 10, 11, 12, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, or 27. Keep in mind that casinos don't exist to make you rich. In fact, they exist to drain from your wallet whatever you allow them to take. Never take gambling advice at face value. Test any strategy that you plan to play on a free online game and read as many critiques about the strategy that you can find. Some strategies only work for a limited time, and the remainder don't work at all. Adjust your risk and loss tolerance accordingly.
Now let's speed things up and watch the progress. I'll be back at the end to summarize.
What a difference a day makes. I'm glad that I ran 2 separate tests on 2 different tables, albeit on a table in the casino, on a game with the same publisher. That being said, the extra 0 in today's test does not come close to explaining the difference in outcomes. I don't think any reasonable person would expect to see a difference of 1,500 units and a strategy with 15 winning numbers that loses 16 consecutive times. However, it does speak to my repeated suggestion to not trust your first sample, but test repeatedly at different times and on different wheels before you get some cash at the ATM. By extension, don't trust other creators' never lose strategies. They all lose. It's just that most creators are unscrupulous and never show negative outcomes. I ran the routine statistical tests on the results. The average number of spins before we got a hit was 3.2 with a standard deviation of 3.1. That means it took about 10 spins to get a win 65% of the time and 13 spins to get a win 95% of the time. There were 6 repeaters. 1, 3, 15, 20, 21 and 26 each repeated once. The hot 3 numbers were 7 with 7 hits, 21 with 6 hits, and 20 with 5 hits. The cold 3 were 16, 19, and 28 with no hits each. We had 2 streaks of 4 wins in a row, and 4 streaks of 2. We also had 1 streak of 16 losses in a row, 2 streaks of 6 losses, 1 of 5 losses, 1 of 4 losses, 6 of 3 losses, and 5 streaks of 2 losses. We were in profit for only 18% of the spins. This deficit is entirely predictable for a roulette master strategy. He says it best in a thumbnail. Keep in mind that casinos don't exist to make you rich. In fact, they exist to drain from your wallet whatever you allow them to take. Never take gambling advice at face value. Test any strategy that you plan to play on a free online game and read as many critiques about the strategy that you can find. Some strategies only work for a limited time, and the remainder don't work at all. Adjust your risk and loss tolerance accordingly.
Good luck until the next time.